Today. The topic is youth violence and homicides, and we're talking to Ms. Horn and Ms. Greenlee. And of course, Ms. Horn and Ms. Greenlee, we promised the two of you that we'd give you an opportunity to continue our conversation dealing with youth violence. I think Ms. Greenlee has already given us a pretty good understanding of some of the problems that our young people are facing today. But let's have you to make some statements in reference to about your organization and some of the things that you'd like to see happen as a result of this show.
Well, what I like to see happen is I like to get more people to get involved with us, get involved with the community, to get involved with Galaxy Star, all the youth to get involved, and I like for the community to get involved with everything that we're doing. And I would throw a number I want to give out. If you need to contact us, contact Mary, 573-6525, or contact Ms. Greenlee at 589-8984, and we're here to help. But I'm asking everyone, and I'm asking volunteers to get with us and help us to help our youth today, because there's too much crime and violence going on in this world. You know, I haven't had a loved one to die from crime and violence, but I did have a loved one to die, my brother, from dealing in an activity as playing in the band on his way back home. So to me, that still was devastating to me by him dying.
And of course, Ms. Greenlee, you've had some personal experiences in reference to all of this, and let's see if you want to talk about that.
Oh, yes. You know, first of all, just let me say this real quick, that you remember the saying, it takes a village to raise one kid. That is true. So everybody, please keep remembering that. The 13-year-old, at the age of 13, I said I had a baby. The baby was a boy. His name was Rodriguez Donnell Greenlee. December the 8th, 2003, my son was murdered, cold-blooded murdered in the streets of Cellar Court, Sam Levi Projects. It was a drug-related program, I mean a drug-related incident, and but what has happened, everything that's happening now, like I was so angry when I saw that on the news too. They wanted to, all the people that had got killed, they had a nerve to have how many times they've been arrested for drugs, how many times what their background looked back, how many times they dropped out of school. That is not the price of butter here. This don't have anything to do with that. And that irks me when the first thing they come, I don't care what they done. They was a child of God and they was our kid, and they didn't deserve to die like that. So when my son got killed, it changed my whole life. That was my only son. So what has happened now, I urge these young kids now to leave these games alone in this game memory. And you know, they told it was 300 people at my son's funeral. They came to me and they said, Miss Greenlee, we sorry. I got your back. Your son, that's my road and all that. And when it's time for me to go to court, did nobody show up for my son? My son killer is walking out here right today to do something to somebody else's child and to have that mother going through what I'm going through. So I'm here to let them know there's no game. There's nobody but God. That if you don't have a parent, go get somebody else's parents and talk to. I love my son. My son was a good boy. He didn't deserve to die like that. All these murders we done had in the last 6 months. But the killing part about it, let me say this right quick. When I called and asked the cops about who worked the case on my son, who got my son out of the street, they blowed my son, shot my son in the neck. The bullet came out so hard and big that they said his braids was laying in the sidewalk. Now, do a mother need to hear stuff like that? No. And then sit here and I got to be as bold as I am, but I'm passionate because of Jesus Christ, to know that this murderer is still out here in these streets and wasn't no justice done. See, wasn't no justice was done. They wasn't trying to find out who really killed my son. They wasn't trying to make nothing stick to this young man because he wouldn't have been out here. I don't care about no witness didn't show up. But what I'm telling everybody now, quit saying they got my back. I'm your road dog. I'm going to be there for you, because you're not. You're going to die by yourself. You're going to go to that penitentiary cell by yourself. So what you need to realize is that's a college out there waiting on me, not a funeral home waiting on me. So let me go and get back into class, get back into school, and get around somebody who believe in y'all. I believe in all my young kids. I want them to get their pants up and all these braids out their hair, but I'm going to work with them until they feel comfortable enough to do that. But the only thing I'm saying now, my son Rodriguez Greenlee name going to always be in memories. I wrote a poem in his obituary. Your mother will always fight for her young people out here as long as I live, as long as God give me that breath. I was doing this before my son got killed, and I'm going to continue to do it now. But I'm letting them know it hurts. It really hurts to sit here and have to watch all these murders go on and don't nothing be done about it. And the only thing that's gonna be done about it is the community. I don't care. I want to hear none about no police didn't do this, the security guard didn't do this. I want to hear some mothers and some fathers come out here. The pastors need to come out here. The pastors need to go to some of these hoods, go to some of these doors that you scared to go in. We're scared too, but I knock on the door in a minute. I know a bullet gonna hit me, but it got God's name wrote on it from me. So I want you to come to me and say, okay, Clemens, go and live in the apartment and let's do some change. Ministry is going there tonight. They're going and talk Pastor Westbrook. But I want other pastors to come out of the church. I want the mothers. How do these mothers sit back and let they son, you just have a funeral, go to the graveyard, and you get back with your life? How could you do it? Because I've been fighting from day one. I still want justice done for my son, and I'm not through with it. December the 8th, 2005 will be my second year. I had my son for 29 years. 2 years, I'm just now realizing he's really gone home to God. But I am still so angry, and you can sit here and look at me and tell how angry I still am. But I have the passion and the courage enough to still fight for my young people. And I want to let them know, you got somebody that's going to stand up for you. I'm going to stand up for y'all. All you got to do is come to me, ask me, and I'm going to show you. And if I can't show you, I'm going to find out.
That's right. That's right.
Thank God. Thank God.
Praise
of course,
him,
that's what your whole ministry is all about. Is that what we're saying, Horn?
Yes.
That these are the things that you wish to accomplish. To make people aware of what's going on. And people not just assume that everything is going to be all right, and eventually the murder rate goes up and up and up. And some of these, and I like what you said, Ms. Greenlee, about some of these young people that such a tragic thing has happened in their lives, but you also said that they don't even have any idea about what's going on.
They don't have a clue.
They don't have a clue.
They don't have a clue. They thinking they bad. They done gassed them up back there. You know, I bet you won't shoot them. I bet, man, I wouldn't let them do that. You are not a punk, and you are not a weasel. So you sitting there letting them keep gassing you up, man. If I were you, I wouldn't take that. If I were you, better take it and walk off. Because when you kill that person, you took that person off earth, you took yourself off earth. Because you're doing 20, 30 years or life in prison, and you done took your freedom away, and you done took everything that your parents even tried to tell you away. So this is what I'm asking them to realize: quit doing that action first, and then all of a sudden, man, I better not get no time. I bet, you're going to get some time. Because you done did what you got. That's your consequences. So when you sitting up there and you let somebody gas you up, you better think a second time before you pull that trigger. Because you just took somebody's life that won't never be back to come back. And what's so angry about it, all the ones that are killing each other are black on black crime. And I got to say that. I ain't prejudiced at all. But when them white folks do go kill somebody, they take 15 out at a time. You guys are going around here plucking out one person at a time, one person at a time, and it's unnecessary. So if they give me one good reason, why did you kill that man? Man, he robbed me. Man, he took my dope pack. Man, he was with my little woman. You don't even know how to spell the word, you know, so you're sitting here and ending your life, and you wonder why we don't have black leaders. We don't have black leaders because you won't give yourself a chance to be now. And it makes me so angry, and it was a discussion on the radio today about, well, what about the young girls? Okay, the girls got a big part in it too. They need to get back in school, get off of welfare, quit having all of these babies when they know the dad is not there for them, and then you come and talk to me. I just told you I was 13 and got caught. You asked me why I'm sitting here looking like this now, because I had to experience what I went through, but I'm willing to stop y'all before you experience the lifestyle that I experienced. They don't want to experience, not with the stab wounds in my back, the scars on my face from beat down and being tortured and all that. They don't want that. So I'm giving you the opportunity. Come to me.
Let me say this.
Yes, ma'am.
And the person that get killed, the parents, if you don't have parents or if you got family members, don't be scared, because there's an organization out here that will help them to get through this. Because a lot of people sit back and won't say anything. Speak up. Don't be having this hurting inside of you. Someone is here to help you.
I'm telling you,
and of course, Ms. Horn and Ms. Greenlee, over the last 45 and 50 seconds we have, let me thank the two of you for bringing us a new perspective in reference to youth violence and homicide and et cetera. And I'm sure that there are those in the community, in the churches and other civic organizations who are willing to join with you and Mr. Earl Jordan
Yes.
and some of the other individuals that you are working with. And I think that as long as you are as passionate as you are in reference to what you're getting, what you're doing, I think that you will certainly get the kind of attention that's necessary.
Oh,
and,
I'm not
of course,
stopping.
all of you are looking for more volunteers for
Yes.
Galaxy. And what's that? And of course, we'll be back with our audience again next week. Thank you and good morning.
All right.
Thank you.
Ms. Brand,